Greetings, I'm David, and this is Mini Motorways. So, let's go ahead and... So this is more or less like a mobile game, or like an arcade game type style, in the sense that it's not like a lot of the games that we play on here, where there's sort of a goal. Your main goal is to just try and get as far as you can. Get the best score is really the best way to put it. The game actually has a fantastic little tutorial to get you started. But essentially what you're doing is you're connecting the same colored houses with the same colored building. So as the game progresses, you'll get different colored houses and buildings, and things will speed up more and more. You can actually go ahead and change your speed by clicking on here and spacebar to pause. So we'll set it to 2 for right now, just to, kind of get things moving, because the first, 5-10 minutes can be a bit slow, just because you're waiting for more things to spawn. So you might be noticing these little markers here. And those are pickups that you need to, you need the color and the same colored houses, the 2 cars, to come and pick up. So we just got our second color. And I think what I'm going to do actually is do that. We do start off with a bridge, which is good. Now we'll do that, but we might, once we have more roads, because you only get so many roads to start off with. And at the end of each week, you'll get sort of like a little bonus to kind of help keep you going. You got to kind of weigh your options. Do you want to be getting more roads? Do you want one of the other type of improvements? I don't know. It kind of depends. Okay, looks like we should be coming up on Sunday. And the end of Sunday is when you get your little bonus. Excellent. Alright, so we could either take 2 traffic lights or a bridge and 20 roads. 2 traffic lights and 20 roads. I'm going to take the bridge, because I don't find traffic lights to be as helpful as you might think. So right now it seems all nice and simple, but as time progresses, stuff like this will happen, where more and more houses will pop up all at once, same with buildings, and your roads will get stressed out. Unfortunately, the businesses, wherever the road spurs off of, is where you have to build to. So, unfortunately, we can't try and connect it from here. It's really... I don't know if it's like the heat or the map slowly expanding out, because that is something that is currently happening right now, as not while we're paused, but as the game is going, it's slowly zooming out more and more. It's very faint, but you can just tell if you focus on it. And do that. So I believe they made the company that made this. It's actually a Kickstarter company, or not. No, Ludum Dare. That's what it was. This started off as a Ludum Dare project, which is a sort of it's a game development contest type of thing where you only have like a weekend or something to make a game. And I would say they did a pretty good job. They actually made another game called Mini Metros or something. So I do think this is actually a really good continuation of that. It's sort of the logical progression to that. Okay. So we got a roundabout. The thing with roundabouts or bridges is you need one of them in order to build, but it does use roads as well. Do that. And hypothetically, this should help traffic. Hypothetically. Okay. Now, we can change things as we go in order to best utilize roads. Because at the moment, we have about 20 roads, and sometimes it is better to not try and compact everything and just do something like this where it's a direct route to this red building. Sometimes less intersections is better than more, which is one of the things that I'm thinking about with these reds. Like, specifically, I'm thinking about moving that one to there. Didn't exactly eliminate an intersection, but it changed where the red cars are coming out of. All right, that seems like the only logical way to do that. Okay. Oh boy. This is when everything starts to get messier. I do like how they tend to, when a new business opens up, they tend to give you a house of the same color just to kind of, the game understands what you need, generally. Sometimes the game likes to be a dick about it, but Okay, this is interesting. I don't think we need a motorway just yet, and I'm thinking we'll take the roundabout first. Motorways are very powerful, don't get me wrong, but I don't think we need it just yet. Honestly, if we could, I'd like to remove that and like to kind of simplify this right here. But I don't think that's going to be possible just yet. The game also likes to put certain colored houses all by each other. For some reason, the game likes to segregate or something. Um, but yeah. And they like to put them on the exact opposite side of where your buildings are. So currently, we only have blue houses over here, which, as you can probably tell, is very slow and might start causing issues. Maybe we should have taken the motorway, but the extra roads were just... Because once you run out of roads, it's not going to be fun. Then you have to kind of find the best way to improve your city without using more roads. If that makes any sense. It is unfortunate that we couldn't get a roundabout here. I think that would have been really helpful. So I'm thinking the way that I'm going to do this is every at least one episode, maybe 2 episodes, depending on how long it's looking. Oh, apparently we're on speed 1. It's like, this feels really slow for some reason. Okay, thanks, game. Appreciate that. Okay. Well, I am glad that we got some roads. Okay, I was like, please don't make me use a bridge for that. Alright. This one house could probably handle this. Oh, thank you. And then these two can handle this one. I think 3 can handle this one. It's like, ooh, you took roads? Ooh. Guess you want everything all at once right now. As spaced out as possible. Alright, I took a second bridge. I'd like to have at least 1, maybe 2 bridges on hand. Just in case. Especially when there's a river sort of in the middle of our city. Oh, okay. It's like, there's an achievement. What did I get? Right, the Los Angeles one. Because I did... This is the map that you use for the tutorial, but you don't get any achievements on this one. Actually, one of the things I really appreciate about this game, what this game does is they have the option for colorblind mode, which for me, I'm not using it because I can generally tell what the colors are, like the differences between the colors. They're different enough that I can tell. But I know that in a lot of games that's not always the case. So it's definitely a very appreciated thing. a nice little touch to say that they do care. Okay. Um Jerks. So what these round buildings represent is that these are going to go faster than the square ones. They take a little more to fill up, but they are definitely much faster. I am thinking about putting this to good use, though. I think I'm going to do that. You can adjust this however you want, but you generally want to keep it the shortest distance as possible. Again, one bridge item down here will create the bridge. You're just using more roads the longer it is. Let's see if there's a sort of better way to do this. Can you really not make a It's like, pretty sure you can make a diagonal bridge. Okay, thanks, game. Appreciate that. Okay. I think what we're going to do... guess, yeah. Change that. Change that. Change it like that. The game likes to do this after you've already put down a highway. It'll like to throw something like this at you. Where I will take a second motorway right now. Obviously, oh boy. I didn't see that this popped up. Game. The game will throw like multiple. Will throw something that basically requires you to use a motorway to really efficiently handle the situation. And it's a bit rude, but so like right here, I think I'm going to throw this motorway this like that, so that these yellow houses can actually get over here in a reasonable amount of time. And obviously you can pick up the stuff at any point. You know what? I'm going to route it that way instead. Businesses are usually pretty easy to like see where they're popping up, but the houses aren't always quite as obvious. They usually have a sort of little flashing effect, kind of say, hey, you should probably connect this. But again, it's not always obvious. I already have one bridge. You like to have two? I don't think we're going to be using a... Well, I say that. We might want another a roundabout somewhere, especially if it looks like traffic is going to be an issue, sort of like right here. Thanks, game. Good thing I put this highway right here. Yeah, I think we're actually going to... Right, the highway kind of makes things an issue. Ugh. It has to let the cars finish doing what they're doing first. The one downside of this is it does this whenever cars are still routing through this area. You have to wait for all of the cars to finish their pathing, which is kind of an issue because this is happening. Come on. Fine. All that, and it still didn't let me put it where I wanted. Rude. Put that there. Move that like that. More blues, that's nice to see. Okay. I will take a third motorway, because motorways are really helpful. Just being able to span that far without having issues like this is so powerful. That being said, I think I'm actually going to throw the third one, like, over here. Until the game tells me that I can't... tells me that it wants me to put it somewhere else. It does take a little while before the cars will kind of start rerouting themselves because of the path finding. Being a little loosey-goosey with the roads. And as things kind of fill in, I'll make that better. Jeez. Yeah, the game really likes doing this sometimes. Just throwing a bunch of the same colored houses all at once. I don't know if it's to, like, try and help compensate for something like this when this is happening, where we have a bunch of... I'll take a roundabout. That is very tempting to take another motorway, but I do think it would be beneficial to have the... One, having more roads is very powerful. It's essential, because if we start running out of roads, then we're not going to have a fun time. I'll throw it right there. You might want to take it out at some point. I'm gonna move that highway a little just to make it easier for these blue houses to get over here if needed. Actually, I'm going to do that. I want these. Try and prevent unneeded intersections. I also love how like fast the cars go when they're zooming across the ooh. Whoa. That one show up. I I apparently missed that one because I did not see that one show up at all. Well, that's kind of an issue. Come on. Yeah, this is not good. We might actually lose this one just because I didn't see that. We have two bridges. Take the roundabout. Okay, their cars are coming. So, as yeah, this becoming kind of an issue. Okay, we managed to get above 1,000. That's nice. Whew. So once these things fill up, they start a little timer like this, and that can become quite an issue. You let it. Where's this one is having so many issues with three houses right there, all providing for it. That's going to be interesting. Switch that one. Yeah, one roundabout. Is there... Oh. Yeah, it's kind of an issue when I don't notice that something new pops up like that. It's not exactly nice game. Um, got plenty of roads. I'd rather we could take a highway. Actually, I will take another highway. All right. Is there any particular trouble spot? Um, might not need this. Come on, game. Just yeah, the game really doesn't like it when you try to do something like that. Try and connect a highway to something else. Or a bridge to like a roundabout. It's quite rude. that, reconnect it right there. Should be enough. Connect that one. Reach in 30 minutes. We're getting there. Let's see. We're definitely getting some issues with the blues. It's looking like all 4 of our blue things are currently in their timer form, so I'm going to guess that we're probably going to be done here very shortly. I will not claim to be terrific at this game, but it is fun, and I would highly recommend, if this is something that seems interesting to you, to pick it up. It's only, I think they had a sale just recently, but it's only like maybe 10 bucks on Steam. I'm pretty sure there's none of, this game is not on any of the consoles. Pretty sure it's just a Steam game. But it's definitely a game that you don't need like a high-end computer to play. That's for sure. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.